Heyo guys, what's up and welcome back to Toe Tags Metal Reviews, and today we're giving you guys our first impressions of the brand new album from Despised Icon titled Purgatory. So this band is very special for Vile. Like he's been into this band for a really long time. I was never a huge fan of this band. Like I've never really checked them out until we reacted to the title track of their album and a song called Snake in the Grass, and just, these guys are crazy. Straight up. Like from the two songs I've listened to already, I think these guys are sick and I'm really excited to get into this album.
Yeah, I agree. The songs that we've heard so far, they're hitting the marks. And I feel like I'm gonna just love this album, and I just really hope I'm not disappointed. I don't think I will be, but I'm eager to listen to it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna listen to it for the first time in its entirety, and we'll be right back to give you guys our first impressions of Purgatory.
Alright guys, we just listened to Purgatory for the very first time in its entirety. Vile, what are your thoughts on this album?
Holy crap! That was awesome. Like, holy shit. You know what? I knew I was gonna like this because I really like this band. As far as this genre goes, I think these guys are pioneers. Lately we've been hearing a lot of deathcore go a very melodic route with some of the more prominent deathcore bands. These guys keep it real. They keep their original sound, but they threw in stuff that was new and fresh. Okay, so we're both probably gonna want to talk about track number 7 called Moving On.
Yes, yeah.
Because this track is just a masterpiece of a song. It's symphonic, okay? Which is something I wouldn't have expected in a million years from a band like this. The riffs are amazing. The buildup of the song is amazing. It's just perfect. The arrangement of the song, the directions it goes, it's just, there's so much about it that I can't even convey it in words how awesome this song is.
It's a song that starts from a high point and just goes higher.
Exactly. It starts sweet, it sustains that sweetness, and it ends sweet. It is a phenomenal song. That doesn't take away from the rest of the album. The rest of the album also has tons of elements in it that were just blowing me away. Because these guys, the rhythmic patterns and the melodic patterns and the different things they do to keep everything sounding fresh is just amazing. Because all of this really basically is, it's a lot of very standard stuff. Blast beats all over the place, just slamming away on power chords. You got the growls in there, you got the hardcore type of singing, the pig squeals thrown in here and there, but it's all done sectionally and arranged in ways that makes everything sound still good and doesn't get boring. I was impressed.
Yeah, I too was really impressed. As someone who hasn't gotten to this band before but knew some things about them, and just from listening to those other singles, like, I already knew I was in for a treat. But this album was sick. Now, you've already said so much about Moving On. There's not too much I can add onto how perfect of a song that is. I'll just say that every single riff in that song was amazing. It's one of those songs that, like, every time you hear them playing something, it's catchy, and it just sounds cool, it's badass, it's heavy. And the symphonic element in this song, this is the only song where that's a thing, by the way.
Yeah.
They don't do that on any other track, which makes it even better because it's so individual. If that was on every track, it wouldn't feel as special.
Exactly.
And honestly, I kind of thought about it, like, imagine if Moving On was the last track.
I thought the same thing.
Like, I think it would be a perfect album closer. That being said, the song that is the last track, Dead Weight, it kind of felt like those last two tracks, Legacy and Dead Weight, kind of felt like they were spent a little bit by that point, just from how many crazy things there have been throughout the album. But the ending of Dead Weight is really good, and I think it's a fitting closer for the album because it has this really cool guitar solo. Kind of reminds me of something that I hear from the Faceless a little bit. It's a little bit of the vibe I got there, which was really cool, and then it just fades out for about, like, I think 20 to 30 seconds, and it feels fitting that way to be the last track. That being said, you know, another song that I thought was amazing was the second single we checked out, Snake in the Grass. This is one of those songs where it has a riff that's catchy, but you still love it. So it's like it's in your head, but you enjoy it being there.
Yeah.
I also like the bass. I like when there's more focus on bass, and this song had that.
Yeah.
Which, there was another song kind of on the other end of that, Lightspeed, track number 3, which the vocals sounded good, but honestly the song kind of just sounded like a wall of noise.
Yeah.
Like, I heard a little bit of bass, like in the beginning, like a little bass like lick. I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. And then it's just...
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, is there construction outside? Like...
But they do that at certain parts, but they don't do it for the whole song. They
Not
break
for the
it up,
whole- yeah.
and they throw melodic elements in there to kind of give it some structure, give it some taste.
But when it gets to that, it just really just sounds like static.
It's an
almost.
onslaught. Yeah.
And it's a little bit much. Like, you can't really discern what's happening.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, I think he's doing like whatever one-handed, and then guitars are just... I don't know.
This band is known for being pretty bass heavy, and I did hear a lot of prominent bass throughout the album, but Snake in the Grass is definitely one of the more prominent ones, and that's a good thing.
Another really, really cool thing, and I might botch this title, track number 6, V Danges. That song has French lyrics. These guys are screaming and growling in French.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that before? Because I sure haven't.
Well, from this band, yes, but not to this degree. I don't
It's like I'm pretty sure the entire song is French. The title is French. I think it means they.
Yeah, the entire song is French, and you can definitely hear the French in there, and it sounds very unique hearing the vocals in French.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've heard it before because Despised, like, they're a French band. They've done French before. It's not new for them, but just for some reason, this one sounded different. It sounded more just badass, really.
Yeah, like for someone who's into the band, like, you already know they do that. But like, I didn't know they do that. So when that came on and you mentioned, oh, they're in French, I'm like, are they? And then I started to hear it. I'm like, wow, they really are.
Yeah.
And that's awesome.
Another cool thing about that song is the way the rhythmic patterns traded off between blast beats and D beats. That was really freaking cool.
That was cool.
And it trades off back and forth. Really cool, man. Really creative. These guys definitely didn't just throw an album together.
No.
They took time. They thought about it. They're very skilled. They gel very well together as a unit, as a band. The production value is pretty good too.
Like, the decision making with this album is really good, because some bands, they'll kind of just throw together whatever songs and it doesn't feel like there's as much soul into it.
And maybe put all their effort into 1 or 2 tracks.
But this is really good across the board. Like, all the tracks pretty much have something about them that's really cool. Another one I want to talk about is the first track, Dernier Souffle. That song is like totally not what I would expect from this band. Like, it's an intro track, but it's melodic, it's kind of brooding.
Acoustic.
And it's like listening to that and knowing what's coming next, because the next track is the title track, a song we've heard before.
Yeah.
Like, knowing that's what's coming, it just feels even better that way.
Yeah,
So
it's the calm before the storm.
Exactly. It's a really good intro track.
Yeah, this album I found, like, all 11 tracks had great riffs, like, just very cool elements. The rhythmic patterns are great. I mean, you know, I think it's going to be a good week. We're going to listen to this album a lot, and I think it's going to be a good week.
I'm really excited to continue listening to this album, and that's what we're going to do. Is we're going to listen to this album constantly, over and over and over throughout the entire week, and we'll be back to give you guys a review on Purgatory. But with that being said, that's all we got for you guys today. Remember to like the video if you like it, comment, tell us in the comments below if you think this album is as sick as we think it is. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. I'm TV Fish.
I'm Vile Self.
We'll see you guys later. Keep the horns up!